How's it going? My name is Raul Salazar, Art of Pitching athlete, also the AOP Youth Director on Instagram. Coming today to just talk about my journey, how I came to the art of pitching and how I changed my career at the art of pitching. Starting off back in high school, I was pretty talented. Naturally, didn't really train with any pitching coaches. I was just kind of going to the gym, working out with my friends. And I was on CBA Marucci. For those who don't know, it's a pretty elite national level team. So all my teammates were committed to Division I schools, and they were also getting looks for the draft and MLB and whatnot. So for me, I felt like, okay, I got to go D1. I got to go D1. So I ended up going to Pepperdine on a scholarship for 2 years, played there for 2 years, got a good amount of innings my second year. After getting hurt my first year, I had a stress fracture in my elbow, which I also injured my third year, which was my first year at Fresno State. I transferred to Fresno State after Pepperdine, was there for 2 years, got surgery my first year at Fresno State. So I just, injury after injury kind of was stopping me from going where I wanted to go, being the player I wanted to be. And as I left Fresno State, that's when me and my brother Art really connected and decided that Cal State San Bernardino and training with him at the art of pitching would change my career, and that it has. So the decision for me with the art of pitching kind of took some time, and I didn't actually train with my brother right off the bat. So when I was at Pepperdine, I was in touch with Paul Paez and Alan Williamson. I was training with them. They had me healthier than I was the year before, but I wasn't at the numbers velocity-wise and spin rate-wise that I wanted to be. And I kept seeing my brother with the art of pitching while I was training here. My brother was training his guys, and I kept seeing them make the improvements they wanted to. But I still was kind of being, hard-headed about it. I was like, oh, well, like, if he knew what to do with me, I would have had it already. Like, we grew up together. So I kind of doubted it. And I was like, oh, like, those kids are just, they're so far gone that he's able to bring them along. Whereas, like, maybe this is it for me. I kind of had that doubt, like, oh, this is the kind of person that I'm going to be and the kind of pitcher that I'm going to be. So I kind of flipped the switch when I got hurt again and I had surgery, and I was training with these guys that I had trusted the year before, and then I moved on from that, and I was like, okay, I can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. So that's when I asked my brother and told him, like, hey, I'm sorry we haven't worked together up to this point, but like, if you think you can work with me, I'm ready to work now. And I think that accepting like fully the trust into his process is really what brought the growth into me. And it's not until now that I work with Art and train kids with him, not until I see a kid's full belief into the system do they really bring the results that the parents and everyone is looking for. So I think that training with my brother has really changed who I am as an athlete and as a person, not only because me and him are super comfortable with each other, but he really understands how the game is supposed to move at the highest level. Not only did he play college baseball, he rubbed shoulders with guys who are playing pro, and he learned from pro baseball players too. So, I mean, I don't know if it's like a big bro, little bro thing, but there are certain times in the past where I would be like, okay, like, I'm tired of him being smarter than me and knowing more than me, but it's just coming with that he's older than me and he has more experience than me and he's seen more than me. I think that it's awesome to work with my brother because he's definitely molded a lot of guys in the area, and it's awesome to see the inspiration that he's become. And I think it's cool because a lot of those kids, I see them the first time they come in, and I see what any college coach would see, and it's like, no thanks, this kid's not at our level. But my brother, he looks at the kid and sees potential. He sees what the kid could become if he goes through the process that they have. And that's why there's over 60 guys now throwing 90 plus that didn't. Since coming to the art of pitching, not only has my game completely changed, the confidence level of who I am, what kind of person I'm becoming is at an all-time high. Today I was able to throw flat ground and just sit 87 to 90, and after hearing the result 88, I'm like, oh, okay, I know what I need to do to get 90. Next pitch is 90. So that's what I mean about the confidence and knowing who I am. The art of pitching really established a routine in me and made me know that, every time I trust my routine, the results are going to be the way that I want them to be in terms of the numbers, the spin, all that's in my control. Results, like if they hit it or not, obviously is not in my control. The art of pitching really grows individuals, and I think that coming from 2 Division I's, I was already pretty ready for this type of environment, but it's fun to be around over 100 guys that want the same thing that I want, which is professional baseball and chance at the MLB and playing in the big leagues. With the art of pitching, in my last 4 years of college, this one was my 5th that I just was in, I kind of struggled to find consistency and to find my stuff, if you want to call it. And with the art of pitching, after that and this last season and moving on forward, I know now, like, hey, this routine and this mechanics is going to create the results I want for my stuff, my slider, my changeup, my curveball, my 2-seam, the run, the sweep, the vertical break, whatever you want on all those pitches really comes back to the body and to how you're trusting the mechanics that you've hammered away at. I think that over time, as you grow more confident in your mechanics and who you are, a coach gets to see more of your sparks and your greatness, and he helps you to channel more of that, and that's what art really has helped me do. So before art, I used to try to throw a 4-seam fastball to try to find my velo and be like, oh, I'm going to throw 90 with this one. And I used to get hit around a lot with that fastball. So now Art actually suggested it to me back in the fall to just throw only 2-seams, only sinkers, and my success exponentially changed. I think that it's important to have a coach like Art that is able to see what is successful for you and tell you so that you're able to take the guesswork out. Because a lot of times you're going to ask your catch partner, oh, how was that? Or ask your catcher, was that nasty? Was that good? And you really don't know until you face another hitter and they hit it or not. So for Art to be able to isolate the pitches that are going to be successful for me was a huge part of me becoming the pitcher that I am now and being able to sign my pro contract. So in the next couple weeks, me and Art are really going to try and focus my training to get ready for the MLB Draft League. I signed my contract a couple days ago, and me and him are getting ready to go out there and show my skills and dominate and do my thing. I'm also going with another one of the AOP athletes, Sergio. Me and him are super confident, super excited. We're ready to go out there and get a pro contract from one of the MLB teams. I appreciate everything Art's done for me and appreciate Christina and my family. Thank you to all my coaches and everyone who's helped me along the way.